right, so we'll get started in our practice. Today is going to be our hip flexor opener, our chest opener, and we'll do some movements to kind of open up to our peak pose, which it will be wheel if you want to give that a try at the end of class. But listen to your body, modify as needed, and just come to a comfortable position. Have your spine nice and long, draw your shoulders back and away from the ears. Gently close your eyes. And take a few moments here, not changing anything, but just to become still. Start to listen to the sounds around you. Notice the temperature, the room on your skin. Placing your hand on your heart and just start to notice the rate of your heart. And start to notice if you breathe here into the chest and just start to soften on your exhale. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, soften down the heart. One more deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And we'll place the hand onto the belly. We'll take in a deep breath into the belly. Press the belly into the hand. Your exhale, draw the belly button in towards the spine. Take a full breath in, expand the belly. Exhale, contract. One more deep breath in. A full breath out. We'll start to practice our Ujjayi breath. Your next exhale, creating a light constriction at the back of your throat. The same one you use when you fog a mirror. So as you exhale, you'll create this ha sound. As you inhale, draw the breath in, lightly constricting the back of the throat, creating a saw sound. You can even place your hand in front of you if you like, feeling the warmth as you exhale on the palm. As you inhale, you'll bring that warming breath into the body. When you're comfortable, place both hands to your lap. Move this breath in and out of the nose, sealing the lips closed. And starting to listen, these breath sounds like the waves of the ocean. Just go to your natural rhythm, in and out. And just starting to notice the length of the breath. As you find your mind wandering into a thought, just recognize that thought and come to count your breath. Noticing again the length of each inhalation, each exhalation. And start to notice here softening the facial muscles, shoulders away from the ears, relaxing the arms and hands. Utilize this Ujjayi breath throughout your whole yoga practice. Take one more deep breath. And your next breath, reach your arms out to the sides of your body, up to the sky, and bring your palms together to touch at the top. So you exhale, flip your palms down, float your arms to the sides. Take a deep breath in, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, gently float your hands down. Inhale out and up. And exhale, release down. hands to your lap. Draw your right ear over to your right shoulder gently. An option to extend the left fingertips either down to the ground or reaching the pinky back towards the back wall. An option to take your right fingertips to your left temple. Each inhale, imagine lengthening the neck. Each exhale, drawing the right ear towards the right shoulder. And release hands to your lap. Draw your left ear to left shoulder. Right hand can come to the ground. Maybe reach the right pinky back. And an option to take the left hand to the right temple. Again, just lengthening through the neck, the arm. Each exhale, just softening these muscles. One more full breath here. Release your hands and reach them out and up. Interlace your hands, flip the palms up. Just take a deep breath here. Back is engaged, chin is parallel to the ground and soft. Good, reach both hands up to the sky. Bend your right elbow, bring your hand right between the shoulder blades. You can take left hand to right elbow, or if you like, you can take your left arm behind you and clasp your right and left hand together. Taking a few deep breaths, back is engaged, spine is lifted. Good. Take an inhale as you reach both arms up to the sky. Exhale, bend your left elbow. Either hold onto your left elbow with your right hand, or option to take your right arm behind you, interlace the hands, squeezing the shoulder blades in towards one another. And one more full breath. Inhale, reach both arms up. And exhale, just do a little cactus bend. Bend the elbows. Take another deep breath in, reach the fingertips up. Exhale, interlace your hands behind your back. If you do not have a strap and the hands are not coming easily together, just give your elbows a bend. Draw the shoulder blades in towards one another and down the back. If you have a strap, you have the option to walk the hands away from the tailbone, maybe even the hands away from each other. Good, just a nice stretch for that front body. Take a deep breath in, open the arms out. Exhale, spinal twist. Bring your left hand to your right knee, walk your right hand behind you. Take a deep breath in, lengthen up nice and tall through the spine. Exhale, draw the belly button in and rotate from the trunk of the body, looking towards the right shoulder gently. One more deep breath in. Exhale, unwind, twist to the opposite side, right hand to left knee, left hand walks behind. Lift up nice and tall through the crown of the head, straight spine. As you exhale, navel comes in, and rotating from the trunk of the body, the torso. Take one more full inhale. Exhale, unwind, come into a tabletop position, hands and knees. Use a blanket if needed underneath the knees, or if you don't have a blanket, you can fold over the sides of your yoga mat. Create a neutral back of the neck, look straight down at the ground. Tuck your back toes, hips right over your knees. Take a full breath in, cow pose. Lower belly down like a hammock. Lift the tailbone up to the sky. Exhale for cat, chin and tailbone come to the midline of the body. Inhale, soften belly down, bringing your gaze forward, maybe slightly up. Exhale, round the back. Bring your gaze towards your belly. Inhale, lower belly down. Exhale, curl and round. We'll take one more flow. Inhale. And exhale, exaggerate the arch in your spine. Come back to tabletop position. Child's pose. Bring your toes together to touch. Knees can start off close together, or if you like, walk them wide. Start to bring your glutes onto the heels. Walk your hands out in front of you, forehead down to the ground. And trying to keep the arms active off of the mat. So elbows come off of the mat. Nice stretch for the back here. We'll take a little bit of a lateral side stretch. Walk your hands over to the right side of the body. Place your left hand on top of the right, forehead comes down. Just starting to feel the length in the left side of the body here. Walk your hands back towards the middle. Lateral stretch over to the left. Right hand right on top of the left. Forehead down. Seat into the heels. And walk your hands back in towards the middle. Return to tabletop position. We'll take puppy dog pose. Line your hips right over your knees. Start to walk your hands out in front of you. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, start to guide your heart towards the mat. If child's pose is more comfortable in your body, you can return to child's pose. Either forehead will come to the mat, or maybe you need a block underneath the forehead. Take one more deep breath. And slowly walk the hands back in, tabletop position. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Hips come up and back, tailbone up to the sky. First downward facing dog, let's start with a deep bend to the knees. And start to shift your weight evenly between the hands and the feet. You're in your inverted V position here. Tailbone lifts to the sky. If that feels good, you can begin to pedal the feet. Draw one heel down, bend the opposite knee. Switching back and forth with the breath. Making sure to utilize the Ujjayi breath, bringing that warmth to the muscles. And take an inhale, look at the top of your mat. Exhale, bend the knees and step the feet to the top of the mat. Keeping the knees bent, come into a forward fold, chin in towards the chest. Option to keep the hands straight down, or if you like, hold on to the opposite elbows and give the hips a little sway side to side. Slowly come back to neutral. Reach your fingertips to the ground. Keep the knees bent and inhale slowly to come all the way to stand. Reach the arms up overhead. We'll give that cactus bend here. Bend the elbows. Start to engage the upper back muscles. Inhale, reach the fingertips up. And exhale, Inhale, reach up. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Heel toe your feet together to touch. We'll move through our Surya Namaskar, our sun salutes. Inhale, reach your arms in front of you and up to the sky. Exhale, bend your knees and fold forward. Fingertips come to the ground. Step your right foot to the back of the mat. Touch your right knee down for low lunge. Track the left knee right over the ankle. Right toes are tucked. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Big toes touch. Tailbone lifts to the sky. Draw the belly button in. Inhale, forward to plank. Shoulders right over your wrists. One straight line with the body. Exhale, lower to your knees. Option is stay here and move through cat-cow. Or bend the elbows, guide your chest, chin to the mat as you hug the elbows to the body. Inhale, cobra, slide to your belly. Toes are tucked, quadriceps are active and coming off of the mat. Take another inhale. Exhale, come back to knees. Press the mat away, downward facing dog, hugging the rib cage in. Step your left foot to the top of the mat, touch the right knee down, right toes stays tucked. Take another inhale. Exhale, step to the top of your mat, forward fold, chin in towards the chest. Inhale, reach your fingertips in front of you up to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands back to your heart. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, slight bend to the knees and fold forward, chin into the chest. Step your left foot to the back of the mat, touch the left knee down, making sure right knee is right over the ankle. Take an inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath here. Inhale, forward to plank, shoulders right over your wrists. Exhale, knees, bend the elbows, chest, chin. Triceps are active. Inhale, slide to the belly cobra, drawing the shoulder blades towards each other. Exhale, knees, downward facing dog. Step your right foot to the top of the mat, lower left knee down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Step your right foot back, low lunge. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra, active back. Exhale, knees, downward facing dog. Step your left foot to the top of the mat, right knee touches down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Step your left foot back. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, knees, downward facing dog. Right leg forward, left knee down. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Right leg steps back. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, knees, down dog. Left foot forward, right knee down. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Left foot steps back. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, knees, down dog. Right leg forward, left knee down. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, heart center. Release your hands to your sides for mountain pose. Big toes come together to touch. Lengthen up tall through the spine, shoulders back and down away from the ears. Either close your eyes or take a gentle gaze at the ground. Begin to shift your weight forward into the fronts of the toes, back into the heels. Find the center of your feet. Shift slightly to the right, to the left, and return back to center. Center your whole body weight over the feet. Engage your legs, glutes, abdominals, chest and back muscles. Engage your arms as you reach your fingertips to the ground. Engaging the whole body as you lengthen and deepen your breath. Take one more full round of breath here. And gently release mountain pose. Open your eyes. Place your hands at your heart center. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, bend your knees and fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to plank. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra, active back. Exhale, knees, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right leg up and back. Exhale, step through warrior two. Right foot comes to the top of the mat, spin your left foot across. Taking your time here to lunge into the right leg. Level the hips, lengthen through the spine, and reach your fingertips out to the sides of the body. If you can, find your gaze be on the right fingertips. And a quick glance down to track the right knee over the ankle. Good. Couple of deep breaths here. See if on your next exhale you can sink a little bit deeper into the lunge. Nice. Thinking about the breath here. Take one more full breath. On your exhale, place your hands to your hips. Triangle pose, straighten your right leg. Shorten your stance if needed and turn your left toes in slightly. Keep your left hand at your hip as you inhale, reach with your right hand. Exhale the right hand, start at the top of the thigh, and then just start to engage the back of the left shoulder here so that you're starting to feel an engagement in the lower traps and the obliques here. You can start to slide the right hand down a little bit more if you keep that structure so the back is still engaged, keeping a slight rotation of the torso. An option to take the left arm up overhead or maybe up over the ear. Few deep breaths here, pressing into both heels, both legs are straight. Take one more full breath. Inhale, come all the way up, extend the arms out to the sides. Exhale, bend into the right knee. One more inhale. Exhale, frame your top foot. Step to a plank. And exhale, lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra, active back. Exhale, knees, downward facing dog. You can take a couple of breaths here in your down dog. Cuddling out the feet if that feels good. And one more deep breath. As you inhale, reach your left leg up and back. Exhale, warrior two. Step your left foot to the top of the mat. Spin your right foot across. Taking your time to get it set up here. Bend into the front leg. Extend the arms out to the sides of the body. Keeping the hips squared. Keeping the left knee over the ankle. Again, finding that visual focus, either beyond the left fingertips, maybe even closing down the eyes. Finding that connection to your breath. Maybe sinking a little deeper in the lunge on your next exhale. One more deep breath. And bring your hands to your hips, triangle pose, straighten your left leg. Take a shorter stance if needed. Turning the right toes in slightly, right hand stays to your hip. Reach out with your left hand, take an inhale. As you exhale, left hand comes to the top of the left thigh, and just pause here a moment, engaging the left glute, engaging the back muscles, and rotating the torso so that it faces the front. You can start to slide the left hand down a little bit more if you keep that structure, hips and shoulders on the same line. And if you like, you can extend the right arm up to the sky, or even taking the right arm up overhead. Take one more deep breath. Inhale, arms out to the sides. Exhale, bend into the left leg. Inhale. Exhale, frame your top foot. Step back to plank and lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra, active back. Exhale, knees, downward facing dog. Take an inhale, reach, right leg up and back. Exhale, high lunge, step your right foot between your hands, stay up onto your left toes, sweep your arms forward and up. Option to lower down to your left knee at any point here. Take another deep breath in, reach the fingertips up. An option to keep the hands overhead or bring the palms together to touch, elbows so that the thumbs touch the back of the neck. Doing a little bit of a tricep stretch here. Just an option, keep breathing. And next, inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, frame your top foot and lower gently to your left knee, moving into half splits. If you have your blocks here, place them either side of your right leg. Straighten your right leg, flex the right foot. Start to shift your weight towards the back heel. We're going to have that cow tilt with the tailbone. So we're starting to have the tailbone face the back. Good. Keeping the upper back active. Shoulders away from the ears. Just being gentle with your gaze. One more deep breath in. Exhale, lizard lunge. Right foot comes to the top of the mat. Heel toe, right foot to the corner. Use your block if you like on the inside of the right foot for your hands. Start to slide your left toes towards the back of the mat as much as you can. An option here to come into a quadricep stretch. So if you have your strap and you'd like to place that on the arch of your left foot, keep your left hand on the ground. Reach around with your right hand, reaching for that strap. This is just an option to take the quadricep stretch. You can continue to scoot the left toes towards the back of the mat if you're in lizard lunge. And if you're in your quad stretch, this time we're doing a cat tilt with the pelvis. One more full breath. If you have a hold of your back foot, gently place it down to the ground. Heel toe your right foot in between the hands. And then come into tabletop position, hands and knees. You're going to lower gently down to the forearms. We're going to come into a forearm plank here. So option to just stay onto the knees and hold a plank position. Or you're going to start to tuck the toes and lift one knee off of the mat at a time, coming into our forearm plank. Look straight down at the mat. Take another full breath here. And gently lower to the knees, coming into tabletop position. Downward facing dog, lift the tail to the sky, maybe pedal out the feet. Inhale, reach, left leg up and back. Exhale, high lunge, foot comes between the hands, stay up onto the right toes. Taking your time to sweep the arms forward and up. Core draws in, rib cage down. Deep lunge. Option to keep the arms up overhead or palms together to touch. Bend the elbows and the thumb touches the back of the neck. Just an option for that tricep stretch here. Take an inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale to frame your top foot, gently lower down to your right knee for half splits. Straighten your left leg, use your blocks either side of the left leg. Flex the left toes. You can keep your right toes tucked or untucked. Keeping the hips level here. Inhale, lengthen the spine, keep the back engaged. So you exhale, you can stay upright or start to fold over that left leg, just keeping the back nice and strong here. Again, having a little bit of that cow tilt so that the tailbone faces back here. One more deep breath in. Exhale, lizard lunge. Bring your left foot to the top of the mat, heel toe to the corner. Use a block if needed underneath or right along the left foot. And just make sure that your shoulders are right over the wrists if you have your block here. Slide the right toes back as much as you like. And you have the option to come into your quadricep stretch here. So if you have the strap onto the right foot, keep your right hand on the ground, reach around with your left. Draw that heel in towards the glute. Now having that cat tilt. So the pelvis moves more towards the midline of the body. All right, take one more full breath. If you have a hold of your foot, gently place it back down to the ground. Heel toe your left foot back in between the hands and come back to tabletop position. Lower down to the forearms, coming into that forearm plank once again. So coming one knee at a time off of the mat. You have the option this time to stay into forearm plank or start to walk the toes in, dolphin pose. If you're in your forearm plank, you'd rather come down to child's pose, that's also an option. Good, we'll take one more breath. If you're in dolphin, you can move to tabletop down dog or just straight to the palms, downward facing dog. Good. We'll take an inhale, reach your right leg up and back. Exhale, warrior two, step your foot between your hands, spin your left foot across. Lunging into the front leg, extend the arms out to the sides of the body. Reverse warrior, take your left hand to your left thigh, flip your right palm to face the ceiling and stretch up to the sky. Get a lot of length in the right side of the body. So you exhale, start to sweep the fingertips towards the back room. This is a lateral stretch versus a back bend, so just keep it nice and open in both sides of the body here as you keep that deep lunge in the right leg. Take one more full breath in. Exhale back to warrior two. We're going to prepare for half moon pose. Take your block to the outside of the right foot. Keep your left hand on your hip. Bend into your right knee and start to just heel toe the left foot in a little bit closer. Keep the bend in that right knee as you start to take the weight off of the left foot. So you're going to tap the left foot on and off of the mat, engaging the gluteus medius here. Once you feel comfortable, keep that left foot off of the ground, flex the left toes. Left hand can stay to the hip or reach the fingertips up to the sky. Keeping a slight bend to the right knee. If you practice sugar cane, you can bend your left knee, hold on to the outside edge of the left foot. Heel comes in towards the glute. Just an option here. Take one more full breath. If you're in sugar cane, gently extend back out to half moon. Half moon, left hand comes to the hip, bend into the right knee, and gently return to warrior two. Take a full breath here. Reach the arms out. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to frame your top foot. Step back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. We're going to take a locust pose, but we're going to do a different variation. We're going to have the arms reaching overhead. So normally your arms are to the sides of the body. We're going to reach the arms overhead. Take a full breath into the belly. Deep breath out. As you inhale, reach the fingertips off of the ground. Toes come off of the ground, squeezing the inner thighs towards one another. Looking straight down at the mat, so we're creating a nice, strong back here. Take one more inhale. Exhale, lower the body all the way back down. Bring your palms back underneath your shoulders. Bend your knees, come back to tabletop position. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog, hips up towards the sky. Inhale, reach left leg up and back. Exhale, warrior two. Step your left foot to the top of the mat. Spin your right foot across. Extend the arms out to the sides of the body. Finding a nice flow of breath here. Reverse warrior, right hand comes to right thigh. Inhale, lift nice and long through the left side body. Exhale, reach the left fingertips towards the back of the room or towards the right thigh. Keeping that length in both sides of the body, staying lifted. Continue that deep lunge in the left leg. One more full breath here. Inhale, return back to warrior two. Move through our half moon pose. Right hand comes to the hip. Start to heel toe that right foot in a little bit closer. Have your block on the outside of the left foot. Keep that bend in the left knee as you start to tap the right toe on and off of the ground. Keep a slight bend to the left knee the whole time. Whenever you're ready, keeping that right leg lifted, flex the right toes in. And option to move through your sugar cane here, bending the right knee. Right heel comes in towards the glute. Find a drishti or focal point on the ground. Concentrate your focus. Listen to your breath. If you have a hold of your foot, gently extend the leg out. Right hand comes to the hip. Bend into the left leg. Gently return to warrior two. Extend the arms out. Inhale. Exhale, frame your top foot. Step back to plank. Full breath in. Exhale, bend the elbows lower all the way to the belly. We're going to practice locust with the arms reaching overhead once again. Keep a neutral spine. Take a full breath in. Exhale all the way out. Inhale, lift up into locust pose. Fingers and toes come off of the mat, reaching in opposite directions. Squeezing the inner thighs, glutes, back muscles. Take one more inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down. Bring your palms underneath your shoulders. Return to tabletop position. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right leg up and back. Exhale, half pigeon. Bend your right knee and sweep it to the top of the mat, letting the left leg come back behind and slide the left toes back. If you need to, you can place a block right where the glute and hamstring meet. If there's a lot of space between the quadricep and the ground, you can always place a blanket right there. You can choose to stay upright here and just concentrate on tucking under the tailbone like we do in cat pose. So that'll really open up the hip flexor here. Or you may choose to fold over and take a few breaths. So your choice here for pigeon pose, either staying upright, working on opening up that hip flexor, or using this time to fold forward and really connect back to that breath. Take one more full breath here. Gently come back to the palms. Tuck your back toes, step your right foot back, downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet. Inhale, reach your right leg up and back. Bend your right knee and open the hip on top of your left. Option for a wild thing pose here, letting the right foot come down. Left leg is straight and sweep the right fingertips forward. Take one more inhale. Exhale, return, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach left leg up and back. Exhale, half pigeon. Bend the knees, sweep to the top of the mat, slide the right toes back. Use a prop if needed underneath the left glute or in between the right quad and the mat. Option is stay upright, working on that hip flexor. Or option to fold forward, just relax the neck, relax the back. One more full round of breath here. Inhale slowly to come back to the palms. Tuck your right toes, step your left foot back, down dog. Inhale, reach your left leg up and back. Bend your left knee to open the hip. An option for that wild thing pose. Taking a few deep breaths in, any variation here. One more inhale. And exhale, return back to down dog. And gently lower down to the knees. We're going to come into gate pose. So come to stand on your knees with your hips right over your knees. We'll start by extending the right leg out to the side of the body. Place your right hand to the outside of the right thigh and inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, start that lateral stretch over towards the right leg, keeping the length in both sides of the body. Take one more deep breath here. And exhale, bring the left hand down to the ground. Right hand to your hip. Two options here. You can either reach the right arm up and over the ear, or you can lift that right leg off of the ground. And if you wanted to try that sugar cane variation, you can try that here. So bending the right knee, reaching around and holding the outside of the right foot. Nice. And we'll take another deep breath. Re-extend the right leg. Gently place it down. Inhale, come all the way up, both hands to the hips, and we'll switch out the legs. Come onto the right knee. Extend the left leg out so that you're on the inner arch of the left foot. Place your left hand on the outside of the left thigh. Inhale, reach tall with the right. And exhale, lateral stretch. So reaching the right fingertips over towards the left. Take one more deep breath. On your exhale, release your right hand down to the ground. Left hand can stay to your hip. Reach your left arm over the head. Or if you want to try that sugar cane variation here, you can bend the left knee, reach around, hold on the outside edge, and get a little bit of a back bend here. All right, take another full breath. Release that left foot down to the ground. Come back into tabletop position, hands and knees. And we'll slowly come onto one side of the hip and bring your feet out in front of you. Moving into bridge pose, hold on to the backs of your hamstrings, chin in towards the chest, and gently lower all the way down to the ground, nice and slowly. Walk your feet hip distance apart, the knees right over the ankles. Slightly tuck under the tailbone so you feel the small of your low back touch the ground. As you inhale, start to lift the hips up towards the sky. See if you can keep that tuck of the tailbone. That is furthering, opening up these hip flexors here. Option to slide a block right underneath the sacrum, or interlace your hands and start to work your shoulders underneath and your knuckles towards the back of the heels. Keep the inner thighs working so that you keep those knees trapped right over the ankles. Keep your gaze straight up, not looking side to side. One more deep breath in. Exhale, slowly release down to the ground. Give your back a moment to just settle to the ground. We're going to practice bridge once again. You have the option this time to move into wheel. So either staying into bridge, or with wheel, bringing the hands above the shoulders, drawing the elbows in. On your inhale, starting to lift the hips up. You can start at the top of your head and gently come into your wheel pose. Again, inner thighs are working here. Or again, just option to come into your bridge pose. Taking a few deep breaths here. One more inhale. And exhale gently and slowly, lowering all the way down to the ground. Hug your knees into the chest. And then begin to rock side to side. Gently come into a spinal twist. Draw your knees up and over to the right side of the body, all the way down to the ground. Make sure that the knees are above hip height, drawing in towards the navel. Either giving yourself a big hug or opening that left arm out like a T. Inhale, draw both knees back to the middle of the body. And exhale, knees lower off to the left side of the body, either keeping the knees in close to the body here with a big hug, or opening the arms out like a T. Take an inhale, draw your knees back to the middle of the body. Exhale, lower the soles of the feet down to the ground. That's okay on the low back. Slide the legs all the way out. Coming into a final resting posture. Just making any adjustments you need to become most comfortable. A blanket maybe underneath the neck, lumbar or knees. Start to soften the space between the eyebrows. Relax down your jaw. Relax the throat, the chest. Relax the tops of the arms, forearms, and hands. Relax the backs of your shoulders, upper back, mid back, the low back, and glutes. Relax your stomach muscles. Come back to a natural rhythm of your breath. Relax both of your legs, both of your feet. Begin to relax your whole body. Slowly begin to bring awareness back to your body. Deepen your breath. Bring movement to your fingers and toes. Gently reach your arms overhead for a stretch. Roll around your wrists and ankles. Hug your knees gently to the midline of your body. Roll to your favorite side in a supported fetal position. When you're ready, slowly come to a seated position. Thank you everyone for practicing with me this evening. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Namaste. Thank you everyone.